EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the home of the Cardinals, State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. And off we go here on Monday night. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. And he'll take it for 4 yards on the game's first play. Here's 2nd and 6. They send the tight end in motion. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one caught by Tucker. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Taken in, and he's going to pick up the 1st down. He was short when he caught it, but knew exactly where he needed to get to, gets there, and keeps the drive alive. They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. They'll go again with Benson. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free, and he gains nothing.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
That's going to be caught.
It's always a gamble anytime you go for 4th down on your side of the field, but they clearly thought they had a play that they liked, but the defense came up huge, and now their offense is going to have a chance to capitalize and take advantage of this short field.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Oregon. And the defense comes up with the first points of this one. It is a pick 6 to make it a 6-0 lead.
And Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet. They'll get him down for no gain.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Well, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it's going to be 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll look to throw. That's taken in by the running back, Benson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Here we go, set.
They'll throw here on third and short. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Going up top. That is brought in. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here we go. Back 60.
Back to throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. Throwing now on third and long. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. The Niners send their field goal unit on the field. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the 49ers are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. First and 10.
Let's go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Taking off. So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. The Cardinals have the early edge in this one. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this.
Ready?
Here's 2nd and 2.
Ready?
They'll run here with Benson. yard.
19, Tiger. Now, come on. Set.
They'll try and run here with Benson. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's an Arizona first down.
We've seen third down really turn into a pass-happy down throughout the league, and I think this is an example of the play caller kind of using that to his advantage. Keep the defense off guard, keeps the ball on the ground, extend this possession.
Now this time they'll look to throw. They'll look underneath here to Benson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Now give up the middle, it's Benson. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
3rd down and 9. A short one here, caught by McBride. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Set up. Past the 60. Past the 60.
Now they'll set up to throw. On the move, past the 40. They convert with a gain of 15.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste. This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
On 1st and 10, here's Benson. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now, faking the give. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zone's moving.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. And that ball intercepted by Pat Surtain. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them the curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
A gain of 16 yards. It's good for a Cardinals first down. Man in motion here is Tucker. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's first and goal. Here's a run. To the pylon, he's in. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Arizona. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Cardinals move out in front by the score of 17-3. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. And he's got it at the 1. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And this drive going from bad to worse, and a delay of game now on top. backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
This is taken at his own 30. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
He gets this one to Tucker. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. To the air now on 1st and 10. That one caught by Tucker. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
With the score, Cardinals 17, 49ers 3.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Warrior 70. Come on. Set. Set, go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Nick Bosa, the former All-Pro, in there for the sack.
Let's go now.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Third and long.
Set. Come 19. Come 19.
And that is incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
Ready up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. He'll get this out to the left flat. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. A tight end in motion now. A gift, and here comes Robinson. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL, and if they want to find themselves having any chance.
Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. Tight end going in motion here. They will indeed go as they look to... That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercepted.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
This guy's really in his zone right now, Mike. He's rushing with such confidence that it doesn't matter who they put on him. He thinks he's going to win every matchup, and with the rest of the time remaining here in the second half, the offense is going to have to change some things up. It's less about who blocks him and how we block him, because right now, one-on-one, it's just not getting the job done.
Open man down the field is Miller. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And they will finally run him down.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
On the give, it's Robinson. And he'll work this into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line, taken down after a gain of 5. They'll go again with Robinson. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. In motion now, it's Miller. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Cardinals. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their 2nd pick-6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick-6, but to get 2 pick-6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
This will be returned from the 6. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone.
The score, Cardinals 24.
Here's 2nd and 9. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
And at this point in the game, trailing by this much, you're just trying to get something positive going. And even if it doesn't alter the outcome of this week's game, Mike, you're trying to build on some things that you can take into next week's practice, build off of and learn from, and hopefully carry it into next week's game to hopefully have a lot better performance, especially here offensively.
Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. A throw, left side, complete to Pearsall. And the Niners have got a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be...
And that is Hunt in the end zone. He's in. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, San Francisco. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
That's taken in by the running back, Benson. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Benson. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the 1st down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Arizona will take its 1st timeout. Clock will stop. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Track at 60. Go.
Throwing now from the gun. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here. There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, 49ers. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The 49ers will line up for the two-point conversion.
Bravo 80. 70 Timberwolf. 70 Lion.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Brooks. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 2. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. A return now from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. First and 10. Start out with a run, and it's Benson. And he goes forward. Good gain on that one. Pickup of 8 out to the 33-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
A give. Here's Benson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, that 2nd down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they are in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
Come 19. Ready?
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
19, Tiger.
McBride is the motion man. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down.
Smash, smash. Come on, set.
On the move, left is Benson. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Here comes 3rd and 6.
Viking 18. Set. Go.
He's got his man. It's Harrison. Down to the 10. And he will score. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Arizona. Now Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cardinals will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This is taken in at the goal line. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Pass caught by Pearsall. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. They'll come up now for 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win for the Cardinals. They get the victory.